today we will be creating the party thrower sim. You know this sim, the one that always threw the hottest parties, the ones that was always talking about the party that they were going to or that they had been to. So let's get into it. Before that, though, thank you guys so much for all my subscribers and everything like that and all your continued support. If you're new to the channel, please consider liking this video and subscribing to the channel and turn on notifications so that you will be alerted when the next video comes out. All right, so like I said, here is my party thrower sim. We're going to create and mold her into the party person that we want her to be. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. You're like thinking about like she's going to be like super cool, super popular, like she is going to be like a wild child and all this stuff like that. No. I think like my favorite party thrower, and you know, especially for like high school films, was the scene in Easy A. I don't know if any of you have seen Easy A with Emma Stone. It's a great movie, but there's a part in the film with Emma Stone, and then she was just like at Melanie Brostek's party. So this sim is going to be called Melanie Brostek because, you know, Melanie was type of like, she looked like she was popular. But I don't think it was popular because people really, truly, like 100% liked her. They just used her for her family's house. Like, she didn't seem like she was that glamorous. She didn't seem like she was just like, you know, over the top gorgeous and cheerleader and stuff like that. She just seemed like she was like a normal girl who, you know, was able to fall into the in crowd because her parents were rich. They had a nice house and they were always traveling, so she could always have a party. So I think that is what I want to do for this sim, Melanie Brostek. And honestly, like Melanie is, you know, she's pretty. I mean, she may not be the prettiest girl in school, but she is definitely like rank 2 or 3 of the like prettiest girls in school. Not that we should be ranking women or people in general of how pretty they are, but like, you know, this is high school. People haven't learned and like and haven't matured enough to know, like, you know, you shouldn't be ranking anyone. Like, but anyway. Yeah, so we're gonna do Melanie, and but yeah, like that scene, and there is just so funny when Olive just like comes in and, you know, is pretending to be drunk with her gay friend Brandon, and it just like funny like ass scene. Like I love it. So you definitely need to check out the film if you haven't seen it. It's so funny. But yeah, so like Melanie, she, you know, is always throwing parties, and I think that is her survival tool in high school because, again, like I said, she doesn't really play any sports. I mean, I could see her maybe being on like volleyball or like soccer or track and field or something like that, but not one of like the prissy glamorous like athletic sports like swimming or, you know, cheerleading or something like that. Not to say that they're less. I'm not saying that swimming, synchronized swimming, or like, but I'm like, you know, the one that is a little bit more about beauty, just as much as work of putting in with like athleticism, but it's more like a pretty looking sport, like synchronized swimming and, you know, like I said, cheerleading and stuff like that. So she's not like, you know, a part of that, but I think she does play like a sport or something like that. So maybe that's kind of how she got into the in crowd. Because, you know, some of the people that were on the volleyball team was also a cheerleader or something like that. And they were just talking about like, oh yeah, Melanie had us over to her house after the game. And then they have like a big swing, like, you know, how people like come over and then they just basically gossip and rumors spread like wildfire. So they probably like told everybody how great her house is, and it just spread from there. So then they kind of like initially probably forced her into it, and I'm thinking this probably started in middle school. Like, you know, they're probably like, oh yeah, Melanie, like you're gonna like throw a party for this weekend, your parents are out and blah 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 blah. So she probably was just like, I don't know, and then got to high school, like, you know, and then loved it, and everyone thinks like Melanie is so cool, she's a cool person. But like, I bet you $1,000 if she lost that house, if they like moved somewhere else, if they got a smaller house and she couldn't throw it and their parents were around more, nobody would really talk to her. Which sucks. But again, this is high school and people are like super shallow and superficial, but there are still some good eggs out there. But here we are. Here is Melanie Brostek. And she is going to be our party thrower girl. She has come into her own. She basically knows that she, you know, is the party thrower queen, and she uses that tool to to spring her forward in popularity, and she knows that she's one of the popular kids now, so nobody is going to throw a party that's going to be bigger than her party, cooler than her party. So yep. So let me know in the comments down below what you think about Melanie. Do you think she should be added to my roster to the video that I'm going to use to explore the initial game of The Sims 2 high school years when it's released on the 28th? Or do you think you just want to add comments about Easy A and how amazing that movie was? So just talk. Let's start a dialogue. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Bye.